Hi, friends! Happy spring! Welcome back. Creative Kids at it again. I am trying out my spring video. I am here coming to you with what I've done for spring. I've been slowly getting back into my creativity again, putting over the house, switching out my decor. For spring 2026, which has been slow in coming, we've had a long winter. It's April 2nd today, and it's rainy, which is fine because rain is spring weather. So, and but cold. So I decided, I got home from work this evening, let me go around and do a little bit of, reveal of what I've done to prepare the place, freshen it up for spring. I'm just going to do just the main floor, living room, kitchen area, because I want to do this to record it, document it, and then move on to Easter. Maybe I'll go a little bit more pretty for Easter. For spring, I've kept it light and airy. I have done some greens, soft greens, more neutral, lighter, fresh, as hopefully my outfit, as it per usual, reflects that. Try to pull together my scheme. Um, so yeah, so I will go around and just show the little touches I did for spring. I didn't go too crazy putting spring together because it came, Easter's coming quite soon behind it. So I'm going to just add a few more items into what I did for spring and roll that into Easter. So I tried to put out things that was spring like that I can then work with and just incorporate some of my more pastels and prettier colors later to just do spring, because I'm not feeling like going crazy these days of stripping the whole house down and starting from scratch for every video, for every theme or season or color that I want to create. So yeah, so that was my reasoning behind it. I stayed soft, I stayed quite minimal for me on a lot of the items and a lot of the vignettes that I created. I am going to start right away and just get right into it. I'm filming this on a very rainy day. Like I said, it's rainy outside, so there's very little light inside. So it might be slightly dark, but then hey, what do you get for reality YouTube, right? It is what it is. So let me start by first of all showing off the bookcase behind. So as you can see, I have some green items. I guess those are ice cream bowls, little ice cream bowls slash cups. A couple of my bowls. Got a little tulip plate there, like a tidbit little tray, and then on the bottom shelf a little green vase. Now I would move over to the mantle. Again, very simple. Another serving plate in the clear glass. You can see it, it has pattern. I think that's called the cornflower pattern, if I'm not mistaken. I am not too educated on the antique patterns. I would see something when I'm thrifting, I pick it up because I like it, not because I'm collecting a certain pattern. And then because I pick things that I like and that I'm drawn to, everything just sort of goes together by accident a lot of the times. Okay, so there's my little plate. See, it's got two little handles. So I usually, when I'm entertaining, I use that to serve hors d'oeuvres, appetizers, and such on. Coming across, I just tuck that vase there. There's a little bit of dollar store fake roses. One of my clear, not clear, one of my ceramic cut vases, and I had that little divider bowl thing, I don't know, server there in the greenish glass. I put that into that, and there's another look. And here's another of my serving plates, again pattern. This one has like I don't know, I think tulip of some sort, and a nice design. And I use that again. I put that out with cookies, little sandwiches, such like that when I am entertaining. So that my three pieces, literally three, on the mantle. Yeah, so that is all I did for the mantle. I kept it very uh, simple, and those two lamps are usually always there. I decided to leave them because they will come in handy when I go ahead and do the Easter look, when I incorporate the pinks and such. So I didn't change anything with the lamps. I just added the plates for that look. The cabinet is still serving up her items from Christmas. So they're in there. I didn't change that out yet still. I will open it later, but for now I am just going to go around and just do the little areas. The side chair, just a green cushion, and I threw one of my purses. You guys know me as a girly who uses what she has, even if it comes out of her closet. So yeah, so I just tucked my little pillow tabby there on my side chair, coming along on this side table, just one of my green bowls, or I don't know, jar is more correct. When that is not serving as decor, it is in the kitchen with our coffee pods. Yes, everything in this house has to have a job. It has to do something. Nothing is residing here for free, okay? That's expensive real estate, so you better be serving a purpose. So yeah, so that's my coffee pod jars, and I just put it there. I have worked with a lot of doilies and I want to say crocheted edge items and needlepoint and needlework. That is the inspiration came from my tablecloth. And when I get over there, you would see what I mean. The tablecloth is edged in a bit of a fine, look like crochet edging. And I love that. So I ran with that theme. So here and there, as I go around the room, you'll see I picked up a little bit of doilies and crochet. Look here on the bottom of this table, I have another little doily there. That is just a glass sitting there, a very tall one. So for that end table, that is the look that is there. I kept my shares from Christmas, and then I just added side panels with some green in it to bring the scheme to the window. In the window itself, my tall green vase with just a few sprigs again from dollar store. Coming closer, just threw those there, and that was my look for in the middle of the window. On the other side table, again, another uh, jar that I thrifted some time back, very long time ago. I think that was like $3 or $4. Brought it out again. There's another one of my vintage doilies. I think this one and the one over on the other chair, I'm pretty sure they were given to me by one of my friends, one of my senior friends that are always, giving me their vintage items. And on the lower shelf, same idea, another of those, another doily and a green glass. Again, because I said I'm doing greens for spring, so most of the items today are going to be green. Here is another of my bags on the other side chair. This one is a little bit more of a like crocheted look to keep it a delicate vintage crochet doilies knitted look that I'm going for. Up on the piano, I didn't do anything, just spread down one of my scarves to soften the dark wood a bit and lighten it up for spring. And I just filled my lady head vase with a bouquet. My daughter won that at a family wedding that we went to. Those games that they play where you play a game at the table and the person who answers the correct question correctly wins the bouquet on the table. Yeah, so that is where that came from. And see, I've got a little bit of a close up. Came in handy. Tucked it in there for part of my spring decoration. Moving right over now, we have behind me the dining table, very minimal, very sparse. So there we have it. Just a few items. Oh, and I said I was going to show the reason why I have so many doilies about was because of the tablecloth. And so here it is. See, so this is where I got the inspiration from. to put a lot of the doily items on the in the decor and incorporate them. Remember I said I always try to work with what I have. So that's the edge of my tablecloth. So I worked with it. See, it's beautiful. Well done. I could, there it is. See? So I said, yep, I am going. And then again, very, very light green, sagey, very, very light. It's a new tablecloth. Even though it may look faded, it's new. This is the color. It's intentional. Okay, so that is my dining area. Didn't do too much. I said the table is very, very, very minimal because I was doing a minimal spring theme, and I just kept going with that. Over across from the piano, I always have to do my tea area. That is still there. Most of that was there from Christmas, and I just took out the Christmas pieces and lined up my teacups, and that is there. And then another of my vintage doilies, and that is that. Coming across from that now, I did a little bit of uh, something on this area with one of my milk jugs, got a piece of sea glass, a little trinket dish, and a candle holder. And again another of my little vintage handkerchiefs, so something like that I thrifted or gifted to me. I can't quite remember. Just spread that there because again the doily and the little crochet edges pick up with the scheme that I am going for in the spring video. And on the counter, because again everything ties in when you have open concept, I brought out my green placemats and just place those, and in the center of my island just put these few glass pieces that I thrifted, two small bowls that are basket shapes and a type of sort of a cluster of grapes in the green. So that is how I managed to pull my scheme together all around. Just items that I had. I didn't buy anything. Let me try to make sure I think about that so I could be truthful and honest. I don't like lying in videos. So let me double check. No, so I did not buy anything. Let me turn some more lights on. Oh, look at that. Because like I said, it's a gray, dark, and rainy evening that I'm filming this video. For my shells, again, I love to do the same color scheme in the kitchen. So these items, just pull them out of the drawer. So you have an egg cup, a little bit of small ice cream bowls from when my kids were little. I still have those things around in my drawer. Couple of trays, again, some fake fruit. It's just one of my dishes when I cook, I store meals in. Green, what is that, a pear, I guess? That's for the color. And on the upper shelf, just my water bottle, couple more of my bowls, but the color is right, so I throw them in there. Because again, like I said, I did not buy anything to decorate for this spring. I am trying to stay away from again, shopping for every video, constantly changing out things just for the sake of changing them out. So, because again, too much consumerism, too much destroying of the environment, too much waste, and all of that. So, yes, I can refresh, renew, and reinvigorate my space without constantly buying into the haul culture. Everybody wants a haul, everybody wants a um, I don't know. I throw things out, I guess. I don't know what they do with it, or maybe they have storage sheds or such that every season. So no, not every season for me. Every season, bring back what I've had, stage it, reuse it in a new way. That's new to me. Right? Oh, and I forgot to feature one other spot, the coffee table. Here's my coffee table. All that's on there is that vintage crocheted small coffee tabletop runner. a few green glass vases and jars, etc., that I thrifted. One of the ice cream bowls that are on the shelf. I just move them around, put different ones. How many is in the set? Two, four, six is in the set. So one's on the coffee table, four is in the bookshelf, right? And one is on the dining table in my cake plate, display plate to give height, right? So I just use everything. And back to the coffee table, I was telling you what's on it. And my little trinket tray. I usually have that in my bedroom, so when I take off my jewelry at night, I put it in that. Came out to be on the coffee table because it ties in with spring and the butterflies and the bees and what else is on there, dragonfly, and also da 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 ties in with my little picture up there. See, so I know what I'm doing. And again, ties in with the couch. Ta-da! Butterflies everywhere. So even though it's small little items, small little nuances here and there, at the end of it, everything usually I try to make sure everything makes sense and there's a reason. See, so the butterflies, spring. And again, I purposely picked these pillow covers because then when I'm ready to do Easter, then I can pull all my colors out of my storage that ties in, and now I can seamlessly blend one season, one look into the other. I'm trying to make things as easy as possible for me. Oh, did I miss another spot? Oh, there we go. Down in my full fireplace, I forgot to feature these bird cages get used like I don't even know for all the time, forever. I had them in my Christmas video. Inside were string lights and fluff and faux trees and everything. So I just kept them. Put the birds on for spring. That's another of my scarf in the bottom there of the fireplace, and voila, a new look. So it's all about creativity and imagination, and anything is possible, my friends. Anything is possible with what you have: your scarves, your jewelry, your bags, stuff from your closet, stuff from the kitchen. Move them around the house and do what makes you happy. I mean, you live in your home. I always say, forget what everybody else say. Forget about this doesn't look good and that doesn't look good. You live in your home. Your home is for you. If you enjoy what you have done, then it is right. Okay. So again, friends, happy spring. Hope you enjoy my little reveal, and I look forward to showing you more in my Easter video, and just have a great time. And as always, bye bye and see you next time.